Hey guys, today I am unboxing my iPad Pro M5. You can see here, so I bought the standard one, 256 GB and with the standard glass. So basically, I never ever use an iPad. I only use a Samsung Tab before Samsung Tab 3, and I'm an Android user. So let's see my first impression on an iPad. Let's unbox this thing. Seems to be sticky. Now let's use that. The box seems stiff. Let's unbox this thing. I can feel the smoothness, you know. This should on this side. To use the two hands. I'm holding my phone with my hand. Show you guys. This is the cover. Seems good enough. You can see this is shining. That's good. And this is the iPad. Seems small, right? For 11-inch, or I guess this is the size. Let's see what's in the cover. Okay, I need to go through these things, what these things are. I never used an iPad, so I've used an iPhone, but not an iPad. So it's my first ever Apple tab device. What's inside there? That's it. So what is this thing here? It's a part of the cover. I feel like something is there, but there's nothing inside. You can see, right? No, that's the cover. It's part of the cover, I guess. You get a... Okay. Seems good. I won't say it's the best, but not bad either. This is 20-watt charger, I think. Okay, there's no mention of anything over here, so I don't know. Seems blank. This is a charging cable. I don't know why they decorated so much. Just put it like over there. And that's it. That's what is there in the box. The box is good though. But that's in the box. It's too much beautification, I would say. That feels neat. And why would they decorate so much? I mean, there should be something, right? Just to put this sheet of paper. I mean, I would say the box has a much better quality as compared to the sheet of paper. I feel like there's something there. I mean, this thing is actually much better quality than just to keep this one paper. They have like a box, a hard box or a package, which makes no sense. Why would they do that? Now let's open this thing up. Let's keep these things away. This opens this glass slab. And open on from behind. Okay. Feature is satisfying, but oh, that's very thin. So this is my Space Black M5 iPad Pro. The logo is also quite big, and there's nothing in the back as well. Yeah, I mean, I read that they removed this backside, that it's written as iPad Pro and all those things. So let's turn this thing on. There's the button. Yeah, okay. What is this? There's two things on the side. What is this thing? This. You can't put in. It's not a cellular version, so. Okay. Is that a power button? Okay, that's for the pen, I think. I haven't brought the pen yet, so. Let me just check how to power it on. Press the hold on the iPad back to its survey once press. Okay. I just press it and see. Okay. This place good. So it's in Chinese. Okay. Okay, the language just changed. Yeah, now to set these things up. So basically, I'm from Australia. Let's go to Australia. I mean, I'm in Australia. Look at the display. That's good. Don't have another device. Can you connect with set up another device? Okay guys, so after setting up the Wi-Fi, we need to update the software. Just click update. Just go through it if you want to. It's up to you guys. wait for it to download the software updates. So now after the update is now done, so what happens now? It's like this now. Now let's wait it for to finish setting it up further. So after it's set, let's turn it on. Was it back? Let's set this thing. So once the face ID is set, continue. We need to do it again for the settings. So one side is done, press continue. Create an iPad password and set a password. So you need a minimum of 6 digits for the password. So once the password is set, just nothing to transfer, just do that. And to set it with my Apple account, I think. Okay, let me just do that. One side is done. Look at this page, click agree, get this thing. Get this page, so now click continue. Insert my Apple Pay. I don't know why I even need it for an tab. Maybe for online purchases. I'll just skip this thing for now. Let's set it up right now anyway. This wish is gonna be similar to Gemini, hopefully. Said my share audio recording, what it's supposed to mean. Then okay, like that. So I just said that. Okay. So this is how it looks like. Needs to be synced. Obviously I didn't use my Apple account because I don't have, I have an iPhone, but it's not really working much, and that's my first device either, and I rarely even use it because I prefer my Android phone. What else to do in this one? Okay, you get the same setting over here and this one over here. Okay, there's no home screen. You can just swipe it like that. Okay, things over here. Okay, setting. Okay, this is notification. Okay, notification page. Right. This is the only page, you can't just swipe it, like in Android tabs or smartphone, you can just swipe it like this and get that different page with the full apps and all, not like this. But I don't mind it. as long as this thing, you'll get this page anyway, the same thing. Once you swipe it, here is already there. In previous iPhones like 15 or 14 or 13 Pro Max or any other iPhones, the older models, you have to swipe all the way to the end, which is way more annoying if we can't find apps in this page. So if it's already here, I mean, swiping and this thing's not much of a difference. I mean, yeah, I mean, do this. There's a reason why I bought this thing. So my first time impressions on this device is actually great. I like this device, and it's an amazing device, amazing and powerful device. But the few things, to be honest, I really hate about after first time using an iPad, like in my life, properly. I would say one thing I hate is the photo and the video share. I'm using a Windows 11 laptop, and while I was trying to transfer my photos from the iCloud to my SSD, my hard drive, the formatting was such a mess. You need to download different software in order to open, I mean, like a different application which is paid from the what do you say, from the Microsoft. So you need to download that in order to open the photos and the videos. Then secondly, it's a pretty fast device. I like it, but while watching the videos and stuff, you always have that black bezel over here, this big, like especially in landscape mode, like this when you hold it. I don't like that. I mean, if you're buying a device, you should be able to use it fully. So in my perspective, I find it a bit annoying. And otherwise, and I also don't like the note taking in such a sense. Sure, it's a good note taking experience for most, but I don't have the pen because I didn't buy the pen. Maybe with the pen it might be much better, but while trying it over here, I find like few things are missing, or it's just me. Maybe this is much more creative professional, but I'm looking to take something like a notes in my PDF and in my documents as well. So if I try to share my documents, but it's only possible in PDF, so there's no much of flexibility in that sense. It's a pretty powerful, and you can just transfer documents fast, but again the problem is with the document transfer. You can only transfer in PDF, and also the formatting issues are also present when you try to open it in your laptop, like in your Windows laptop. So that what do you say, that cross compatibility is so annoying for me, I would say. And I would say through the iCloud is much faster. You can easily transfer your pictures, your documents, everything. But since I'm not using an Apple devices, so this is my first, I can say like my second device. My first is my iPhone 15 Pro Max, but to be honest, I don't even really use it that much. I use my OnePlus 13, so that is more like a secondary devices for me, the 15 Pro Max. So So this only is compatible with my 15 Pro Max, and I'm not even using it, so it's more annoying for me in that sense, since I can't use it with my OnePlus 13. I mean, at least it should be possible to transfer documents at least, or some pictures. I mean, like simple things is you need a different Mac device. I'm not a spec expert, but this is what I feel like. Few things, then obviously the calculator, I prefer it on my Android devices. So it's still bad. I thought they might have changed that. No, still no. And few applications again is being paid. I cannot even like that. And the worst thing I hate is the storage. Basically, there's not an external storage availability, since I can't even transfer my photos and documents into my. I mean, see, I can transfer it, but I can't open it because it's like in a different format. So what is the point? And I can't even save this thing because this is 256. It is a GB storage. You can see it over here. So it's very less, if you ask me. And yeah, I mean, since all those problems, I don't want to pay extra for my end, because what I feel like when I pay for something, I need to get the full experience. And using this device, obviously it's much faster, maybe good for professional, or for the creative professionals, and also for using professional apps. But if you are not into that, it is a thing. This feels like what do you say? It lacks like basic things which supposed to be there. I mean, they just locked it behind a paywall or something. So that shouldn't be possible, and you have to pay like $50 just to get the around for the iCloud storage, like minimum. Like for 50 GB, you have to pay something $50. I don't know, something like that. I mean, why should I pay for that much? I mean, it makes no sense. I mean, I'm already paying a lot for this thing. I expect it should be at least be free, and it's only like 5 GB storage in the iCloud. Like for starting, I mean, that's like nothing, to be honest. Let's be real. And you can't even transfer it to your laptop. I mean, that's really bad. That's one of my major problem with this thing. I would say for future proofing, and the camera is also much better, I would say, but it's not really that much. I mean, who uses it? But the camera is actually a good quality. I didn't expect that. And that they also have that sensor and the light. It's a good device, but only with Apple users. It's not really compatible with any other device, and the major problem is the storage. And you can see the glass, so the standard glass is much more reflective. I mean, like at this stage, with this price point, they should keep right the nano textured glass as well. I mean, it should come with that, all those premium things, especially if you're paying this much. I mean, if they offer that, obviously I pay for it. I don't like paying for subscriptions simply because it needs to be paid for it. I mean, those simple things should be present with the purchase for free. I mean, 5 GB on an iCloud is just. I mean, Google Drive offers much more than that, I would say, around 15 GB. which is way more than what they are offering. Plus, some apps is not even available in the app store, which pisses me off as well. But it's a very powerful device, in my opinion. So if you're using an Apple device, as I mean, like a Mac or an iPhone, like primarily, if that's your device, this is the best thing. But for me, since I'm using an Android device and Windows 11 laptop, this really seems like a big waste of money for me, because I'm paying a lot and I can't even really use anything for it. Basically, I mainly use it to watch videos, and I like to do editing on this thing. But since a video conversion into my laptop is not really proper, and there's no enough storage in this thing to even to stock in this thing, so those things piss me off, and that's the only reason. Otherwise, if you're going for the highest storage, go for this tab. It's a very good tab. I mean, I like the performance and the YouTube in how like in the vertical standpoint is very good, but at horizontal seems very, the display bezel is missing here. I mean, this part is not present, but it's a good device though. And also, this is much more lighter on hand. I like that as well. And like when I researched about it, they have the same display as a Samsung tablets, but like I would say the Tandem OLED is much better, because they, when I researched it, they have like two panels, OLED panels, which is better than the AMOLED panel because it will have more lifespan as compared to the Samsung devices. And I also seen, when I research and watch some videos combining Samsung and iPad, I've seen like few glares, like you can see the refresh rate, I don't know, it's coming down on Samsung. You can clearly see it in some of the videos created by some YouTubers. In some angles, you could see that the refresh rate, you can, or you can say the flow of the light from up to the down. But in those videos, I never seen an iPad having that kind of thing. So I feel like the display quality on the Apple is much better, from my opinion. That's what I feel like when I watch those videos. But I don't like the software of the Apple, obviously, because I'm a Windows user. If the software is better and much more friendly for outsiders, I would definitely recommend, for everyone. This is one of the best tablets. So this is my first time usage, and to be honest, only the software is the problem. I would say the hardware is the best in the market. But for someone who is using some other devices, who never use an Apple devices, this is way more, it's not very friendly. So if you're not invested into the Apple ecosystem, this is a very terrible device. But since I have an iPhone, I mean, it is very compatible with that. I mean, I can transfer data, I can share my documents easily, and also I can do certain things with it. But I didn't go into much detail because I'm not into that system. Obviously, I told you that I think if you explore more on that, maybe you'll find it. But since I'm not dependent on device. It's not really that friendly for me. Then I like the stage manager, I'd say. Then for the stage manager, I can use that. I like that, but I feel like there's also AI, certain things are also missing from this thing. So I feel like that the software needs to be, changed or updated. At least for me, that's what I am looking into it. The hardware, I would say for the next 10 years, something, I think I would say this is the best one. And the display is also the one of the best as compared to Samsung, I would say. Even though the Samsung is the one who's making Samsung and LG, I think so, yeah. So even though they are the one who's making, they're using cheap quality AMOLED, at least from my perspective, or they're just using only like one panel, which is not really effective, and it has like a lot of stress and can go sooner as compared to an iPad, which will last way longer, like around 50% more lifespan, I would say, for this one as compared to the Samsung Tab, the new S11. That's what I researched when I researched, so that's what I know. Yeah, I mean, it's a good device, but not for Android or Windows users.